Today we're going to walk through the process of registering for a class using Orion. We'll start on the main UT Dallas homepage at utdallas.edu. Click on the Galaxy link located on the top banner. Here you'll enter your NetID and password. If you've forgotten your password or are having trouble logging in, you can contact the help desk using the links below the login button. This is your Galaxy homepage. From here you can access a variety of resources, including your Student Center. Near the lower middle portion of your screen, you'll see a folder titled Orion Self-Service. Below that is your Student Center link, which is what we will be using today. To register for a class, we want to click on the Manage My Classes icon. My screen opened directly to the class search option, but if yours didn't, make sure that you click on this tab in order to see the search fields. To start, whenever you're searching for classes, always check that you are searching under the correct semester. Sometimes Orion will default back to a previous semester instead of the one that's open for registration. For the purposes of this example, I'm going to use Marketing 3300 for my course. For my subject, I want to put MKT for marketing. For the course number, I could choose to leave that blank and get a list of all marketing courses, or since I know the class I'm looking for, I can enter 3300 in this search field. Below, you see an option called Show Open Classes Only. This option is selected by default and tells Orion to only show classes that are currently open and have seats available for registration. Sometimes, though, you might want to see what sections have already filled or are running a waitlist. Today I want to see those sections as well, so I'm going to uncheck that and click Search. At this time, there are 19 open sections of Marketing 3300. I can browse through the list and see what days and times each class meets, as well as who is teaching. You should always check the section number as well. You'll see that most courses have a 3-digit section number that starts with either a 0 or a 5. Sections that start with 5 typically start after 5 p.m. Sometimes you'll see a section with a letter in the middle. In this case, this section has a W. The W indicates that the course is taught online. Additionally, under days and times, it just says TBA since the course doesn't meet in person. Below that, this course has an E in the middle. The E notes that the course is actually taught at the Collin Higher Education Center in McKinney. You can also see that in the room number CHEC. The colored shape listed in this column lists the status of each section. The green circle means that the class is open with available seats. The blue square means that the section is closed and all seats have been filled. A yellow triangle means that the section is currently full, but there is a waitlist option. Now, I need to pick a class. There are plenty of open sections, but section 001 fits best into my schedule. The class is waitlisted, so I need to check how many people are on the waitlist before I choose this class. I'll click on the section number on this side to see more information on the course. Here I can see under class availability that there are currently 14 people on the waitlist. The way the waitlist works is that during the registration period, whenever somebody drops this course, the person who is first on the waitlist will be automatically enrolled into that open spot. In order for this to work, you cannot have anything registered during that time slot, and you cannot be enrolled in another section of the same course. With 14 people on the list, I'm not confident that I will get into this course, so I think I'm going to pick a different section. To go back to my list without having to start over, I'll hit the View Search Results button here. Out of the open sections, I think section 003 will be the next best fit for my schedule, so I'm going to select that class. From here, I can add this course into my shopping cart. The shopping cart is essentially a list of courses you are planning to register for. It doesn't hold a spot for you, and it doesn't guarantee that you can enroll in the course. It is just a list of courses for now. In order to add the class to my shopping cart, I'll click Next. Here, I see a message that the course has been officially added to my shopping cart. Now, I can continue searching for and adding the rest of my courses, or I can go ahead and register this course before moving on. You can do this either way, but in instances where there are only a few spots left in a section, I recommend registering for it before moving on. You can always come back and change things later. I'm going to go ahead and register now, so I need to go to my shopping cart. In my shopping cart, I can see all of the courses I've added so far. Remember, I'm not registered yet. This is just my wish list for now. To start the registration process, I need to put a check next to the class that I'm registering for, and then I click Enroll. This takes me to the confirmation screen. At this point, I'm still not registered. This screen is just asking me if I'm sure this is the class I want to register for. Again, I can always come back and change it later. Since I'm sure this is the class I want to register for, I'll click Finish Enrolling. That brings me to the final screen of the registration process. The green check mark is my confirmation that the class was successfully registered. If I had received a red X, that would mean that there was an error and I have not been registered.